So, we're taking a look at example 5 and 6 to continue and finish our notes from yesterday. So go ahead and write this one for example number 5. Now, if you look back on your previous examples, what's different about this example compared to your previous examples?
They got two parentheses things.
Which means you're going to have to distribute twice. So example number 5, we have 2, a set of parentheses, 2e minus 4, minus 3, another set of parentheses, e plus 2 equals negative 9. So as Deontay was telling us, this time we're going to have to distribute twice. So we're going to start off by simplifying each side of our equation, which these particular examples, we're only simplifying one side. Thursday we'll start simplifying both sides. When you simplify your equation, the first thing you ask yourself is, can you distribute? Which we already know, yes we can. So we're going to start distributing, working our way from left to right. So my first part I'm going to distribute here is my 2 times 2e, which would equal, what, Darius? 2 times 2e.
4e.
And then I would distribute 2 times negative 4, which would equal?
Negative 16.
Negative
8.
There you go, negative 8. Now I come to my next problem. I have another set of parentheses with a number on the outside. This time when I distribute, what number am I going to use to multiply by?
Negative 3.
The negative 3. Good. Make sure you take that negative with that 3. So negative 3 times e equals?
Negative 3e.
And then I'm going to take negative 3 times positive 2.
Negative 6.
Positive 6.
No, negative 6, which then equals negative 9. A positive times a negative is going to be a negative.
Yeah.
Okay. So, according to our notes, after I distribute, I then look to see if I can combine like terms.
Yeah.
So what are my like terms here, Jemiah?
4e and 3e.
So 4e minus 3e equals? And then what are my other two like terms? And? Okay. So what's negative 8 minus 6?
Negative 14.
Negative 14. Now, before we continue on this problem, do I need the 1 in front of that e there?
Nope.
No, I don't. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get rid of that 1. It's just going to save me a step here in a minute. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that 1. So instead of having a 2-step equation by having that 1 there, I'm now down to a 1-step equation. So from here, I'm ready to solve as usual. So what do I do next?
14 on both sides, right there.
So what's negative 9 plus 14? 5. And that's your final answer. Say turn around, please.
What I do?
Okay. Example number 6. Let's take a look at it.
Why some different colors?
So take a look at this one. Looking at it, what's different about this one compared to every other example that we've done so far?
It's
More variables. And one other thing. Well, the color's different, but something about the computation that you're going to be doing. It has to do with distributing.
How you gonna do what? How you figuring?
Every number that we've used to distribute so far, the outside number, did it have a variable?
Oh, no.
This time, though, it does. So, we're going to simplify. We're going to start by distributing. So, we're going to distribute the 2g times 3g. What's 2g times 3g going to equal? 6 what?
6g.
6g what?
G. Minus 7.
When you multiply variables together, what do you do with those variables? How many variables are we going to have?
2.
So it's 6g squared.
Same thing.
No, it's not. Very different. So then we're going to take 2g times negative 7.
Negative 14.
No, so negative, sorry, excuse me, yes. So negative 14g. And then I just bring down my plus 14g equals 150. Now, I've changed the type of equation that this is. What kind of equation do we now have?
Like no square.
An equation with a square. Because it is an equation with a square, we have to get the square by itself. So the first thing you have to ask yourself, what's being squared here?
6G.
Is the 6 part of that square?
No, it's just
No, because it's not in parentheses. So what's that square
you got square root.
squaring? Just the... So I'm going to go ahead and just put a box around this g squared. I need to get that by itself. So raise your hand if you think you know the first step you're going to do. Deontay?
Negative. I mean, you got a plus 14G. That's not right.
Well, could we just...
Gotta go back to
Could we maybe just go ahead and simplify this first?
Yeah.
Let's combine our like terms. If you take negative 14g plus 14g, what's that going to equal? 0. So that basically cancels out, right? So I'm just going to put a line through that to show that that cancels out. And I'm going to just rewrite 6g squared equals 150. Now, again, if I'm trying to get that g by itself, how do I get rid of the 6? Yeah, divide. So I'm going to divide each side by 6. So then on my left side, I have my g squared. And on my right side, what's 150 divided by 6?
25.
All right. Is my square by itself?
No, you got square root.
Yeah, so my square is by itself, so I'm ready to get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to do what Darius said. To get rid of a square, I square root it.
I mean, that's square root both sides.
English is wrong. 5.
So what's the square root of 25?
5.
5. That's it.